Good morning, R.A.D pack. Can you hear that? It's been raining all night. I've been nice and dry in here. Just went out there and checked on the tarp area. It's nice and dry in there too. We're about to get up, get out of the tent, and start the day, guys. And the rain picked up more. Check that out. Oh, it's going to be a good adventure today, isn't it, guys? Let's do this. Alright, guys, it stopped raining for a minute. I guess that answers our question, huh? Is it going to be snow or rain? Well, today is rain. No worries, though. We got this. Got a hat for every occasion. I got my cigarettes. Got the fire started. I used the old technique that I showed you guys. I just scrambled out here in the rain. I ran over to one of these little trees up here. Break off some of the dead branches. Nice and dry because they're up off the ground. Everything was soaked. And then down here right around the base of the tree was some dry pine needles. Put those down, put your little twigs over it, light it, and boom, you got a fire. Even if it is raining. If it gets worse than that, there's other techniques too. I can show you those later. Let's get our day going. Time to get this fire kicked up a notch, get some coffee going, and we'll get to work on some of this stuff. See it is? Nice and dry in here. It's still pretty early in the morning, so we got a whole day ahead of us, guys. This is when your Bushcraft bellows comes in handy. Make sure to have one of these, guys. See, everything's wet. I got to start it with a little bit of dry. But as a little bit more dries, I got to put more wet on. To keep all your wet stuff drying out, you just that's a lot faster, and you don't have to get as close with your face, and you don't get as much dust in your eyes and stuff. It concentrates the air into just one spot. We got some nice red glowing coals, so we're good. Just keep blowing on it, get a nice hot fire going, and make ourselves some instant coffee. Not so instant when you're up here in the rain and the clouds and the mountains and the wind. It's good to practice these skills though, guys. You never know when you're going to need something like this. Need to know something like this. Maybe you could save somebody else's life someday. Practice, practice, practice. That's why I'm out here. I'm always practicing my skills, and I'm always trying to teach you guys. If I can even save one life out there, then my job is done. That's the goal. Check it out, guys. We got some blue sky. This is Mr. Sunshine. Look how fast those clouds are moving. Can you tell on camera? The clouds are flying. It is clearing up fast. Look at that. Wow. That's what it's like to be in the mountains, guys. 1 minute it's raining, next minute it's nice and sunny. Minute after that, it could be snowing. I think across the way over there, it is snowing. Over here, it's raining. It's all about elevation. The higher elevation's getting the snow right now. Us a little bit lower, it's getting the rain. Get a little bit of sunshine. So we thank old Mother Nature for being kind, taking pity on us out here, all soggy in the rain. Still working on a cup of coffee. And it takes like an hour to make an instant cup of coffee. It's getting there. The hard part was getting the wood to dry out. But it's going. If you like to camp, outdoor activities, I recommend getting yourself one of these. The spoon, fork, knife combo thing. This one's a little oversized one. You open them both and they come apart, see? If you set them like that, they actually stay up off whatever you're setting them on. I call that set the fancy side up. Great for everything. I gave Curtis one of those, and he's just mystified with it. Carries it everywhere he goes. Sunny, then stormy, then sunny, then stormy. Trees are dancing. Anybody that hasn't seen that video yet, go back and look at my video, Dancing Trees. I try to make this seem like a peaceful event. But you can see, it's crazy up here. You guys see how much these trees are moving? Clouds are flying. And I'm over here by this nice toasty fire, trying to dry out some more. And dry some more firewood. Keep this thing going. Looks like it's about to have one heck of a storm up here, guys. And a few minutes later, it's sunny and windy. You can see the tarp on my tent blowing all over the place. Little stick dancing. Fire's still roaring. Still got quite a bit of firewood over here. I'm definitely going to have to gather more here soon. So we'll try to work on the bushcraft shelter today, plus go gather a bunch more of this firewood. Try to dodge the dancing trees, hopefully not the falling trees. We'll see how it goes, guys. Some unpredictable weather today. I can't even tell you what's going to happen. It looks like it's just going to be going back and forth between sunny and crappy. I can't just say rainy or snowy because I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. Here's a little tip, guys. When you're using wet firewood and you don't know what the weather's going to do, there's a possibility of a storm, and you want to make sure your fire keeps going and doesn't just go out over and over and over, or maybe go out permanently, is you get your nice fire going, and even though that's going and you got plenty of firewood on it, grab some more of your wet pieces over there and put them over top of the nice warm fire, so by the time the fire needs more wood, your wood is dry and it's burning, and it's a lot less likely for the wind and the rain and all that to put it out. Update time, guys. What I'm doing so far in this crazy old windstorm is I've pulled this tarp back into the inside here and staked it down keep it from blowing into my way. Kind of pulled the top tarp back a little bit. I'm going to need to pull it back just a little bit more. I'm going to work on cutting these ends off. That's going to be first project of today, so we can get that tarp on the back secured a lot better. Man, look at these trees. I also got to pay attention. Keep an eye on the trees. If they fall, I got to get out of the way. But here we go. We'll get the saw and get to start sawing those off. Seems to be working really good. Leaving this gap right here. See, the tree's moving in the wind, but it's not pushing on our support. This is what we wanted to see. See, it's got that flex room right there. The wind's blowing like crazy. This tree up here is moving, dancing away. It's moving, but this part right here, it's not moving. I think that was our problem last time, is we had it right up against the tree, and when the tree moved, it pushed this right off of its support. Right now it's not pushing on our support at all. Looking good. Another reason we needed to be up here in this storm. And there we go, guys. Got them all cut off. Remember, these ones here that are shorter, those are going to be replaced. Maybe even this one. I know these two for sure, but we'll check this one from the back later and see. Now we can pull the tarp over, have it a lot more level, tie that down. It's a lot better than it was. So now I'll pull this tarp back out, stake it down, and we'll go on from there. There we go. We'll see how long that holds up in this wind. Got the back tarp secured a lot better. I'm not as worried about this front one. It's just kind of a little added extra dry area for now. It is going to leak right in here. But this isn't permanent. This is only temporary. Give us a little bit of shelter while we're working. Coming along great. Even with the little setback of this repair over here. Yeah. Nice and sturdy still. Hasn't moved a bit in this wind. The tree's been moving everywhere, as you've seen earlier. Okay, now I've also put in a couple more stakes on our support down here, so it can't move side to side either. Can't slide backwards. I'm not worried about it going forwards. I really doubt that's going to happen. Wind is really whipping now, guys, but we got blue sky, so we'll take the good with the bad. I keep having to stop and watch the trees to make sure I'm not going to get squished. I don't think we're going to get as much work done on the shelter this time as the last times, but we'll do our best. It'll calm down for a minute and then it'll gust like crazy, so I gotta stop, get out in this open area here and watch. Any one of these could fall at any time. I doubt it shows up as good on camera as you can see in real life. but I'll do my best to let you guys see. It's not always nice weather when we're up here, guys. I'm teaching survival, not happy glamping. This is the real stuff, guys. You can usually tell the weather by what kind of hat I'm wearing. I'm almost always wearing a hat. Look, full, bundled up, full fatigues. It looks beautiful, but it is cold up here. This wind is really cold. I think if the wind would stop, it'd be nice and warm. It calms down like this for a little while. But you'll see as the video progresses, if I change my hat, that means it warmed up. If I'm wearing this thing, it ain't warm. Alright guys, update. Sorry about the wind. It's blowing like crazy right now, see? The tree's even moving. It's moving all over where I'm trying to tie it. What I've done is I've tied the support. This is going to be one of the supports for our wall. I've done the normal twist. I did it in the front and in the back. And then just did a couple of regular old overhand knots, like 3 of them. I'm thinking this wall is just going to be this part here and up. The front wall we will do separately. In the past video I was talking about making it all one piece. But plans change. Just like right here, right? Then I'm going to have to make some long stakes, put on either side of this one, have them be as tall as possible up to here. So then we can just slide the pieces in between the stakes. And then when they get too high for the stakes, we just tie them onto here. We'll have this all the way up for the rest of them. They'll get smaller and smaller as we go up here. And I got to cut off the extra piece because that was just one of these extra ones from the back piece. And I'm going to cut it off right about here, above this knot, right above the paracord. Here we go, guys. I got it cut off. Got a couple of these stakes. I just sharpened them like all the others, pounding them in. I couldn't put them directly side by side, but when you build it, do your best to get them side by side. But there was a big rock right there, so that's the best I could do. Side by side, you know, close enough. It'll still work. I got this one. Oh, there's the sun right in your face. It's the same old twist. Bring it up here. Tie it. Then you just stack boards in between them. All the way up. That'll hold them from sliding in or sliding out. And yeah, the weather's warmed up a little bit. I got to change hats, undo the jacket. But always remember, when you're out here in the cold, try to keep some hot water around. It's a blessing. You'll thank me for it. Keep drinking like hot coffee, hot cocoa. Hot apple cider is a real good one. Or even hot tea. Anything hot. Keep putting that in your body. You'd be amazed how much more energy you have when you're nice and warm. Even try to keep some food sitting by your fire nice and warm. You get hungry, come over here and nibble on it. Warm yourself up. Because if you're frozen, you don't have nearly the energy you need to be able to continue. Making progress, guys. Check it out. Once we get high enough, we can lash this one up too. Once you're done stacking, you can always lash the top of them together to tighten it a little, just like we did on that little chair over there. You just keep going, smaller and smaller as you go up. You do the exact same thing on all your walls. We're getting this, guys. No problem. I got a few more here. They're still a little too small. I gotta find another one to go on top of this one that's just a little bit longer than these over here. But all these scrap pieces we'll be able to use. We can go over and check the little scrap pile over here. See if we got one that might be long enough. Well, most of these are stakes. This one might be, but it might not be any longer than the others. Let's see. Oh, look at that, guys. It's the same length. So, yep, I'm going to have to go out and look for another one. I need one just a little bit longer. And here's what it looks like from inside, guys. What do you think? I'm going to go all the way to the top. Close that in. There's really not that much wind in here. I'm liking this. When the storm gets too bad, I can come sit in here. Unless the wind's too bad, then I gotta pop out and watch the trees. They're still dancing all over the place, but none of them have fallen yet. Very thankful. Coming along great. We'll just keep working on this wall for now today. See if we can get her finished. Sure gonna try. Also have to stop once in a while and tend to the fire. We want these hot coals to stay hot coals. So at any moment we can just throw wood on there and it'll burst into flames. And our hot coals are hot enough that I think we could burn wet wood right now. I'm not as worried yet. But just keep her going. Move your sticks around, keep an eye on it. Keep it nice and warm around here. You get a little too chilly, come over here and warm up for a minute. Don't get too carried away with your work that you forget about basic survival. Fire is your number one. Actually, I might say that there's two number ones. There's a tie for number one. There's fire and water. Number two is food. You can survive a while without food, but not without water. Every time I come up here, I have to carry this big old blue jug up a few mountains. The water's pretty far away. In emergency, I could go get some. I could even hike off that way and go to that fresh mountain spring. Check that video too, where I'm tracking the coyote and I come across a nice mountain spring where it's dry, had gone underwater or underground, and I followed it down till it resurfaced. Some of the best water you can find. Same stuff you buy in the stores. Free up here though, if you're willing to walk, willing to carry it. I'm liking this in here, guys. There's like almost no wind. The little shelter's come along great. Okay, guys, on this side I've gotten to where this support isn't helping anymore, so now we've gotten too tall for it. Lashed it up, same old lash, do the twist, tie it on the other side, This side's okay. I can still keep going. But the rest of these now I'm going to have to keep lashing them to this beam here. The wind, yes, is still blowing like crazy, see? No worries though. We got this, right guys? Yeah, look at the tent. Crazy. Crazy wind. These trees are bouncing off each other up there. Crazy, crazy. And there we go. We got 3 of them lashed on now. And then we've come about to the top of this post here. So, lash these together, keep the wall together. Did the twist, then did the twist again. Extra strength. There we go. Then the rest of them that go up, I'm probably going to have to lash to this pole here and this one here. We'll just keep going up. Probably to about here somewhere. So we can have a little window. And we can still look out. Have some nice scenery instead of blocking it all off. And there we go, guys. This wall's complete. I only lashed stuff to this pole, not the actual tree. So we still have that flex room we learned in the front here. Tree's moving, but the wall's not. You can lash it more or less. Up to you. Lash it where you feel you need to the most. Some of them just wedge in there so good you don't need to lash them. Kind of a judgment call, which ones you lash, which ones you don't. There we go. There's a basic wall. Got a little hole there we can peek out to. Kind of cut that one a little short, but it'll work. Here's what it looks like from inside, guys. That'll keep the wind out real good. That's all I'm worried about with the walls. It's just helping keep the wind out. They don't have to be completely watertight. That way you can always peek out through your walls too if you want to. There we go, another step finished. On a nicer day when I can take this tarp out is when I'm going to replace these two here. Those will become the stakes later on. They help with other walls. But now you guys can see the basic way of a wall. Pretty straight. Good enough for us, huh? Coming together great. Quite proud of it, even though we've had to slow down and do some repairs. Everywhere you build a shelter is going to be a little bit different. So you just kind of have to adjust to the terrain that you're dealing with. You might have to do a double support system like I did on this one. Because on this one over here, it doesn't pop out because it's got this little piece sticking out that helps hold it to the tree. So it kind of just moves along with the tree. This other one didn't have that. It just pushed it right off its support. So here's another idea on support. If you have to have a gap between your tree because it moves too much. And now I've just dug out one of those rocks. Luckily it didn't end up like Curtis's rock over there. Remember that rock? Oh man. It was right here. not so bad. I still got this one right here I want to move. It's pretty tight in there. That's probably the one that's going to be like Curtis's rock. All that stuff's just kind of cosmetic, fixing it up in here a little bit. Just sitting in here relaxing. Wind's blowing like crazy. Thought I'd come in here and test it out. It is amazing, guys. Amazing. There's almost no wind in here at all. Beautiful day aside from all this wind. It's nice, it's kind of cool. I can work without overheating. Well, along with removing the rocks, well, the rock, I've only got one out so far, I put a couple extra little stakes in here. Just for a little added support. You don't have to do it, but you can. You can put as many stakes as you want. You can stake it all the way across if you like. Do it your way, guys. I'm just trying to show you a basic way, and then you can take this knowledge and modify it, whatever. Do you hear it whipping out there? It's not whipping in here. Here we got this little window. Pretty cool. I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. Not quite finished with the back roof yet, but I kind of have to go with whatever the weather's doing. Do what I can. Keep looking up at this crazy crow. He's flying around in this wind. He's like a stunt flyer. Pretty entertaining. Wish I could film it for you guys to see. He's flying all over the place. Wonder if he has a channel. Crazy crow flying around in the mountain channel. Could be cool. I should get a kick out of watching him. He's going way up there. And then just blowing around in the wind and dive bombing, then catching an updraft. And must be nice to be able to fly and not have to worry about it. Interesting. There we go. There's our update on the Bushcraft shelter so far, guys. Hope you're liking it. The reason I'm building it so sturdy is because the weather gets pretty bad around here. And there they go. Dancing trees. Crazy. Here's a safety tip that I like to do, guys, to prevent forest fires. I like to bring a rake up here. See? Got a rake. They weigh almost nothing. Rake up around your fire pit every once in a while. Pick up all the pine needles and sticks and pine cones, so that if sparks do fly outside of your fire pit, you don't really have to worry about it catching stuff on fire. Then you can just throw them all in your fire pit, burn them up, have some added heat. And if everything's damp, make sure you got a good hot red coal bed before you throw all your stuff in, or it's just going to put your fire out. So I still got a spot right here where it can get air. I didn't completely bury it and kill the fire. All that stuff will burst into flames here in a minute. If we wanted to right now, we could get our Bushcraft bellows, blow on it a couple times, and we'd have some huge flames. Get this thing. Get up in here. And see, instant fire. huge fire. See, it blew it all the way underneath. That shows that the air is traveling underneath it. And see, no worries, the fire's not out. Keep them coals and you're good. Okay guys, that's about it for the bushcraft shelter today. The sun's starting to go down, starting to get cold. Just sitting here by the fire. Just got done gathering the firewood for tonight. Check it out. Got some good logs. Got our pile of little stuff. And then these, they still need the branches broken off. Figure I can do that later on if needed. I could still burn them like that in an emergency. But I think that's plenty of firewood for tonight. Should be good. So we'll take one more walk around, show what we've done today. We basically learned to roll with it, modify to adjust. No worries. We learned how to do the wall. Not bad. You can do it all the way up too if you don't want the little window. That's up to you. I just wanted a little window. We've removed one rock. Looking pretty good from in here, huh guys? We sawed all the top poles to get them all generally the same length. Still need to replace these during a nicer day when I'm going to take the tarp off the back temporarily. We got the temporary tarp here. This is nowhere near what the front of this shelter is going to look like. This has just been a big help during the storm this time. So hope you guys enjoyed another day on the Bushcraft shelter. If anything amazing happens, I will turn the camera back on and let you guys see. But until then, I think I'm just going to relax by the fire. Arms are sore from a lot of sawing today. Just got done sawing up some more of those trees down there. Guess I should show you guys that too, what we've accomplished down there. Let's go, guys. Okay, we got this other tree all sawed up and ready to go. If I need it, I can just come grab it. All this is by hand with a bow saw, by the way. Just sawed this one off too. Yeah, we're getting it all nice and cleaned up. Got like 3 of the trees mainly cut up. We got that whole tree. I just sawed the branches off. We'll get to that if we need it. Probably next time. We'll have firewood all over. We got tons of little sticks everywhere. Right next to camp. Couldn't ask for it to be any better than that. I don't have to go far if I need it. If I have a real bad storm and have to come running, scrambling for more firewood in the middle of the night, I could stumble over there with a flashlight and gather all that stuff. No problem. Getting ready for another really cold night though. I don't think it got above about 50 Fahrenheit up here today. It's been getting down to probably 10 Fahrenheit at night. But I've been using 2 sleeping bags. I got that new one. And then I put another one on top of it. I got my mattress underneath me. I got just a little old foam mattress. Keep the cold from the ground away. I was not cold inside my blankets last night. It was just this morning when I had to get up and get out here. Get things rolling again. Nice and warm right here. This has been rolling since yesterday, guys. It didn't even fully go out. There was a few coals in it this morning when I scrambled around. Broke some dry branches off of the tree up there. Half asleep. I don't remember if I filmed it or not. Big old handful of dry pine needles. There wasn't much dry. It rained all night. Nice and warm. Sorry about the green branches in the fire, guys. I couldn't help it. They were already broken dead. They were part of that fall and crash and boom of those 5 trees over there. That's something you won't normally see. I always go for the dead stuff. You can't help it if when trees are falling down, they kill other ones on the way. Just gotta make the best of it. So we're ready for the cold weather now. Most of it's going to be huddled up next to this fire pit. That wind is really cold. You guys are worth it. So remember to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you get all notifications. Share with your friends if you like this kind of stuff. You think maybe they will too. Makes it more worth coming out and stuff like this. As long as I know you guys are liking it. Gonna be a crazy night. Check out the view, guys. I saw the sunset and I had to wander away from the fire. Still got to be careful. But what do you think? One heck of a view, right? Found this little rock right here to perch on. Looking down. We're way up here, guys. We're looking down on trees. See if we can zoom in on that sunset. Awesome. Can you guys see the snow on the mountain across the lake? See if we can zoom in on it. starting to get too dark. Can't see much of anything, can you? Those mountains over there have snow on them. They're just a little bit higher in elevation than I am, though. I was watching them get hit with snow earlier. Trying to get a better angle. I was perched up on that rock right up there. I wanted to see if I could show you guys the snow. Hopefully you've seen it. Hopefully I can make it through right here. Let's see. There goes the sun. Hard to get a good angle of the sunset for you guys up here. I got so many trees in the way. Let's try this angle. In real life, this is really beautiful. Let's see if we can get you guys to be able to see it. Check that out. Camera never does it justice. Really beautiful out here right now, guys. Look at that branch stuck in that tree right there. Hey, when I'm zoomed out, you can't really see the sunset. One thing you guys will learn about me watching my channel, I love to watch a good sunset. I'll basically stop everything I'm doing. And tonight's is amazing. I'm really trying to share it with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy a beautiful sunset as much as I do. Isn't that just amazing? Check it out, guys, it's snowing. Can you tell? My camera's really cold, so the battery's gonna die soon. I'll charge it up and try film some more. It's actually snowing now. Well, guys, as usual, I got the camera charged up and it stopped snowing. So thank you guys for making it stop snowing. That kind of sucked for a minute. Still got a raging fire going. That's putting off a lot of heat finally. Woke up and it was sprinkling rain this morning. Headed back to town today, later on. Curtis will be back up here today. We might get a little bit more done over here. I know he's wanting to work on his, but it all depends on what the weather does. That might have just been a warning. Might be getting snow today. I hear a car way down there on the road. Driving through mud puddles, it sounds like. Must be real wet down there. Got another rock removed, guys. Dug out. Pretty big one. Just gotta roll it out of here. I was trying with this one it might end up staying here and being furniture like Curtis was saying. It seems to just get bigger as it goes down. It's not really in the way though, look. It just sticks out a little bit. I got all this room back here. Looks like there's a rock right here. Oh, it wiggles though, so that's a good sign. Might try to dig that one out later too. There we go. A couple good sized rocks. Not sure how long it's gonna last, but check it out. It was snowing just a little while ago. Now we got some nice blue skies over here. Over there's all gloomy still. So is over there. Clouds are moving this way from that way right there that we're looking. We'll see what happens. They burn off pretty fast, but then they come together and snow on your head pretty fast too. We'll see what happens.